It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia stars a gang of misfits that run a bar called Patty's Pub in Philadelphia, and throughout the show they have consistently proven themselves to be innovators in mixology. As a fan of the show, I am super excited to recreate some of these masterpieces, as well as being partnered with Squarespace. I use them to make my website, and I'll talk about that a bit more at the end of the video. First up, we have the legendary Riot Juice.
Oh my god! Today's the World Series, I totally forgot! Oh, wait a second! What's this?
You didn't forget!
I didn't forget a thing! Guys, this is one of the few times where it is acceptable to be shirtless in a public forum, so I'm blasting bare chest the whole time. What do you think?
Smart. Yeah, I think you're gonna be cold as shit.
I'm not gonna be cold at all, because I'm gonna be wasted on grain alcohol.
Grain alcohol, baby. Whenever there's a potential riot, I'm getting blasted on grain alcohol.
Riot Juice!
Rum punch!
The epitome of the craft cocktail, Riot Juice just appears to be a mix of some kind of Powerade or blue Gatorade and grain alcohol served in a empty milk jug. We'll just dump the entire container of Powerade in, and then we're going to add our grain alcohol, which is basically a neutral spirit that's either 151 proof or sometimes 190 proof. Most states cannot legally sell it at 190 proof, so here we're using a 151. Already I'm digging this milk jug. It's got a nice weight to it, but let's give it a taste. And this is designed for one thing and one thing only, and that's to get you f***ed up. Also not the most discreet way to drink in public. I cannot really recommend this. Alright, let's see if we can make a version that still gets the job done, but is not gonna make you go blind. Let's start with some vodka, a neutral grain spirit, and add 1.5 ounces or 45 mils into a shaker glass. To get that signature blue color, we're going to use some blue curacao, which is also going to give us some sweetness, another 1.5 ounces or 45 mils. And then we'll balance that out with some fresh lime juice, 0.75 ounces or 22 mils. This is a pretty uncomplicated drink, as is intended by Riot Juice. We're just going to now shake this up with some ice for about 15 seconds to cool it down. And then we're going to strain this over a clear ice stick in a Collins glass. Now, would Charlie drink like this? No, but Charlie also huffs glue and eats cat food. We're trying to class things up a little bit. Drop in a sippy cylinder, and let's try our improved Riot Juice. Cheers. Alright, this is pretty tasty. It's well balanced. It's a pretty basic sour cocktail. It's probably less of a Riot Juice and more of a non-violent protest juice. Alright, next we have Fight Milk.
2, 1, Fight Milk! The first alcoholic, dairy-based protein drink for bodyguards!
My bodyguard!
I drink it every morning so I can fight like a crowd.
Frozen! Milk! Made fresh!
By bodyguards and Charlie.
What up?
What's up is we're about to drink like a bodyguard. Grab yourself a large pot and find your nearest McPoyle to get some milk and dump about, half a gallon in here. Now Charlie's recipe calls for crow's eggs here, but after consulting with a bird law expert, it is not advisable to use crow's eggs, so we're just gonna crack a couple regular eggs in here. Unsure what alcohol Charlie adds here, but we're gonna assume it's a vodka. Give that a healthy whisk to incorporate all the eggs, and then we're just gonna dump that into a glass, and let's see how this is. Okay, it's not good, but it's not terrible either. It's actually pretty creamy. You get some of the sweetness from the milk. It's not terrible. To improve this, we're gonna make a variation of a New York flip. So we're gonna start with 3/4 of an ounce or about 22 mils of heavy cream. Next, we need some port wine, which according to Frank pairs really nicely with human meat. And speaking of Frank, let's take his approach of pouring wine in a can.
I'm trying to be inconspicuous.
Add in 3/4 of an ounce or about 22 mils of this tawny port. Next we need a little simple syrup, 1/4 of an ounce or about 7 mils. And then finally 1.5 ounces or about 45 mils of bourbon. We're going to use the reverse dry shake method here. So shake with ice first for about 15 seconds or so. Then we're going to strain out the cocktail, discard the ice, and add in 1 whole egg yolk. We're going to shake that vigorously to incorporate the entire egg, grab a chilled coupe glass, and just pour it directly in. This is going to be a really rich drink. You're going to see a nice frothy head on top. And because we're feeling like a fancy bodyguard, let's just finish with some grated nutmeg. Alright, the improved Fight Milk. Cheers. Okay, this is really nice. It is, of course, incredibly rich, thick, creamy, dense, but you get some of that nice nuttiness from the port as well. This would be a great drink for the holidays. Now, how about a shot?
2 shots as they were intended, by blasting them directly into your mouth!
Awesome! I'm wasted!
So if you guys have been to my website, I actually built that on Squarespace, and I really have loved the experience. You can create a beautiful website or an online store with an award-winning template using their all-in-one platform. There's nothing to install, patch, or upgrade ever. You'll also get this award-winning 24/7 customer support. So they offer a unique domain experience that's fully transparent and simple to set up, and they're used by a wide range of creatives and people, musicians, designers, artists, and restaurants, and more. So go to squarespace.com/cocktail to get a free trial and 10% off your first purchase.